Hey everyone, it is Jackie Bowman Coach here, and I am doing a quick little interview with Jake Whetstone. He's a newer agent at eXp. He's been with us for about 60 days, but he's new to the industry. He's been licensed for about 90 days, and today we're going to be talking about KV Core and the success he's had with KV Core. So he's going to be a little bit shy probably of telling us, but how many days have you been on KV Core?
So really heavy, I've been on KV Core for about 3 days now.
Okay. And so when you activated your account and stuff, how many days? 10 to 14 days, maybe?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so he's been at eXp for 60 days, and I take full responsibility for not encouraging him to do KV Core more. Why? Because I'm a relationship-based coach, right? So Jake was resourceful. He starts going to KV Core classes. He's blowing me away, and he's teaching me about KV Core. So I'm excited about that. So we're really blessed to have you on our team. So that's kind of what I want to get into. Why do you think, and we had this discussion at dinner, why do you think most eXp agents aren't using KV Core?
I think KV Core is because it's bundled into your amount that you pay every month to be in eXp. I think it kind of feels like you don't need it, or maybe it's not as valuable. But when you realize that other agents are paying $700, sometimes $800 for KV Core, who are at other brokerages, they see the value in it because they're paying that much money for it. So for us, we are very fortunate that we get it for so cheap. And so I think that's the big thing. I think a lot of people just don't really think about it because it's just part of your fee.
It's just that perceived value.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
And we talked a little bit about with coaching. I mean, sometimes coaching's $1,000 a month, but most of that is the agent paying that money in order to have skin in the game to use it. So those agents that are paying $700 a month, they see a different value in KV Core than we as eXp agents do. So I just wanted to thank you for helping us discover that. So how many leads have you gotten, I don't know, in any time frame you want to tell us, the past 3 days, the past week?
Yeah, so I initially started with Zillow leads is how I was doing things. And I was not getting many leads. I obviously cannot buy the market share like some of these giants can.
Right.
And so I switched over to using KV Core exclusively about 3 days ago. And in that 3 days, I've generated 12 leads. And that's 12 leads with names, phone numbers, emails, addresses, what cities they're in. 12 solid leads, and that's only been in 3 days.
That's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So he's teaching Ryan and I a ton of stuff, so we're super excited and we're so happy for you. And other agents that you've told this to, they're like, how are you doing that? What are you doing? So I'm just curious, how many hours of video you think you watched?
It's probably getting close to 15 now. I have gone down the rabbit hole of YouTube. Especially because COVID has shut things down a little bit, so it's a lot easier to go down the rabbit hole and things. But I'm probably close to 15 hours now of actual video. And
just finding it, researching it on your own.
Yeah.
So what resources about KV Core or what YouTube channels or what do you think has been most valuable? Because I know we have classes in eXp World where they do kind of like overview of KV Core. But where did you really learn the fundamentals out of those 15 hours? If I were to start today, where would you tell me to go first?
Yeah, so for me, Sylvia Dana has a good playlist of videos that are available on YouTube. That's where I started my KV Core rabbit hole. And then I just went to other agents who are not eXp agents, but they utilize KV Core. They're going to tell you the most on what the tips and tricks are because they are spending a lot of money on KV Core. And so they're going to use it hardcore. And so that's where I started. I started with Sylvia Dana, and then I worked my way through other brokerage agents who use KV Core.
I love it. So I'm going to put Jake a little bit more on the spot and let you know that he's going to be doing some videos on his YouTube channel. Yeah. And it's going to be focused on KV Core for new agents or just agents that are new to KV Core. And so I'm excited about learning about those. And he gave me the few subjects he's going to teach on. Actually, why don't you read it to him if you want to? Just telling them what you're going to cover so that they can follow you, so they can learn.
All right. So this is what I think for KV Core, what you should know. First, what is KV Core? So as a new agent coming in, you probably don't even know what KV Core is. If you're a seasoned agent that's switching over into eXp, you probably have heard of it at some point, but a lot of people think of it as just your CRM, just your management of people and contacts. It's so much more than that. So that's first. Second is, why use it? I think that's an obvious question and answer. However, a lot of people do not use it.
They don't use it.
Next is how to set it up. So you get KV Core when you first come in, and it's set up a specific way, but there's a lot of data missing in there. And so you have to add that data in to make it function for you. So that's a big one. And then obviously getting into the functions of KV Core, it gives you a extremely long website to start. Getting a domain is going to be part of that next step. Using the tools that are within KV Core, so that's going to be a video, and that's for seller leads and buyer leads. So KV Core has two functions. It can focus primarily on buyers or on sellers. So if you want to be that listing agent, we can teach you how to do the seller leads and get sellers to you. If you want to be that buyer's agent like I am, it's going to show you how to drive buyers to you. And then last, once you have all of those down and you are set up and ready to run, we teach you how to run by using marketing that's already built into KV Core, how to use social media, how to use Google's AI, how to get your face in front of the most people in your market. And we go through that in the KV Core videos.
That's awesome. So we will look forward to those. Thank you so much for sharing with us, getting you agents out there pumped up about using your KV Core. And again, he is Jake from eXp, not Jake at eXp. Jake from eXp. And you can look him up. And thanks so much.
You're welcome. Thanks.